Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. Anyways, I am Maui Villamar, and for today, I and my partner will discuss through this video. Our topic is online popular culture. So let's go on to our objectives. At the end of this video lesson, students will be able to define online popular culture, identify the history of online popular culture, and know some examples of the topic. So first, let's go on to the history. So let's find out, where does this come from, how it evolves, and so on. So as internet culture evolved across platforms and categories, it became a tool to undermine institutions of ideology, advertising, government, and society as a whole. It wasn't just for entertainment or for news. It became a universal language connecting people all over the world. So as traditional institutions have faltered and technological integration has advanced, everything has revolutionized. So the entertainment industry, political spectrum, pop culture, access to information, and all reality as we know it has streamlined into an endless click-hungry feed on our devices. So it really travels so fast. So over the past 20 years or so on, both anonymous and public platforms have grown relatively parallel to one another, often creating different cultures with crossover in between. To grasp the overarching story of how this all came to be, we'll take a look at the rise of social media, forums, smart technology, viral content, and how we went from image macros to memes. So you can really see how it revolutionize, innovate, so how it upgrades all throughout the years. So that is the history of the online popular culture. So as we finish discussing about the history of online popular culture, let's go on to the definition. So the internet used to be a place where people could still air their views and communicate more freely, but that is changing. Internet popular culture, or also known as the online popular culture, with its layer of text, images, audio, stickers, emojis, GIFs, and videos, can be used to craft very nuanced messages. So internet culture or cyber culture is a culture that describes the many manifestations of the use of computer networks for communication, entertainment, business, and recreation. So some features of this internet culture includes online communities, gaming, social media, and more, as well as topics related to identity and privacy. So due to the internet's large-scale use and adoption, the impacts of internet culture on society and non-digital cultures have been widespread. Additionally, due to the all-encompassing nature of the internet and internet culture, different facets, I would rather say, or of internet culture are often studied individually. For you to be able to know more about this topic, my partner Jazel, pretty Jazel, will take over.
Now, we're going to discuss another topic, which is the context or the online pop culture situation in the present time and the example of it. So, in today's world of digital literacy, popular culture is considered to be a central force. It has made inroads into our lives like nothing else has. The 21st century popular culture significantly changed our ways of life and impacted it and has transcended the barriers of age, gender, class, age, color, religion, and etc. and has become part of our daily routines or daily patterns, and its impact on the society is best seen and felt among the youth. It is understood that youngsters of any era are more susceptible brought by the changes of the society. The 20s has brought in a new hangout place for the educated mass online venues. The advent of computers, internet, and the World Wide Web has led to tremendous advancement in technology, and thus we are able to access all kinds of documents, databases, bulletin boards, electronic production, like, like newspapers, books, magazines, and all media forms such as print, audio oral, or visual via internet, and can create our web pages to publish individual art, writings, videos, movie, etc. on popular websites or on personal blogs. Popular culture is irrefutably connected with commercial culture like movies, television, radio, cyberspace, advertising, fashion, etc. that is available for online purchase. The popular culture, which is very popular with the youth in their aggressive indulgence in the social media and other media like mobile phones, English cinema, and English music. In the midst of such cultural dynamism, language undeniably takes a new form used in communication that is mediated through numerous agencies. With the mushrooming of television channels, social networking sites, blogs, music, and film genres, etc., the youth of today's generation lives a life that is completely dominated by technology and pop culture. The pressure to fit into that group, be one in the crowd, is so overpowering for the youngsters today that most of them live their lives dictated as seen in movies, TV serials, and fashion tips from popular magazine. Examples of pop culture. It comes from a wide array of genres, including popular music, print, cyberculture, sports, entertainment, leisure, fads, advertising, and television. Sports and televisions are arguably two of the most widely consumed examples of popular culture, and they also represent two examples of popular culture with great staying power. Sports are played and watched by members of all social classes. The masses are responsible for the huge popularity of sports. Some sporting events, such as World Cup and the Olympics, are consumed by a world community. Sports are pervasive in most societies and represent a major part of many people's lives. Showing allegiance to a team as a means of self-identification is a common behavior. Further, cheering for a sports team or a favorite athlete is a way any individual can become a part of a popular culture. In television, many people watch numerous hours in televisions every day. It is such a prevalent aspect of contemporary culture, it is difficult to imagine life without it. The cultural impact of televisions need not to be underestimated given that it is a commodity listed by the both elite or the high culture or non-elite low culture groups of society. Ever since its arrival, television has become a psychological necessity in an important factor in popular culture. Next is the popular music. Any commercially oriented music principally intended to be received and appreciated by a wide audience, generally illiterate, technology advanced societies dominated by urban culture. It was written by an own individuals, usually professionals, and does not evolve through the process of oral transmission. The next example of online pop culture is the print culture. Print embodies all forms of printed text and other printed forms of visual communication. Print culture is the conglomeration of effects on human society that is created by making printed forms of communication. Print culture encompasses many stages as it has evolved in response to technological advances. The next one is the entertainment. It is the most common pop culture categories, such as movies, music, television, sports, and news, as well as politics, fashion, clothing, and technology. Another one is the leisure as example of pop culture. Each culture has an impact on its society's leisure, influencing to some degree on what people do in their leisure time, which leisure activities take priority over others, and how much time are many people spend in different leisure activities. Moreover, advertising is also categorized as an example of online pop cultures because advertising and culture are closely related and cannot be easily separated. Culture provides sources of content for advertisement. Advertising shapes our cultural values or universal platform, and the other side is also true. The cultural values shape up our advertising. In fact, both interact with each other. And the last one is the cyberculture. Cyberculture is the culture that has emerged from the use of computer networks for communication, entertainment, and businesses. It is also the study of various social phenomena associated with the inherent and other new forms of network communication, such as online communities, online multiplayer gaming, social gaming, and social media and texting. That's all.
Good day everyone. I am Hazel Maypi Damian from BS Edman and I will discuss the topic that I assigned to me. And before we talk about this, I have here some pictures about our lesson for today. For sure you are all familiar with these pictures. So let's start. What do you think is this? Yes, it is Snapchat. How about this? It is Facebook. And this is Instagram, while this is YouTube. And lastly, yes, it is Twitter. So now, based on the pictures that you've seen, what do you think is our topic for today? Yes, our topic for today is all about online pop culture. And then later, I will discuss what is online pop culture. For now, let us know the objectives of this lesson. At the end of the lesson, students will be able to define what is online pop culture, identify the history of three features of online pop culture, and explain how online pop culture affects in our lives. And now I will discuss what is online pop culture. Online pop culture is a culture that describes manifestations of the use of computer networks for communication, entertainment, business, and recreation. The internet is an electronic meeting place where individuals throughout the world can interact as equals despite differences in nationality, race, social status, gender, or physical attributes. Some features of internet culture includes Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and many more. But we will only focus on the three features which are the Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And let us know the history of these three features of online pop culture. Each year, social media entwines more with every corner of the world. It steers global advertising, dictates the careers of public figures, hosts billions of people, and is responsible for countless other life consequences. Without its free and open accessibility, internet culture as we know it wouldn't exist. That said, it's important to know the history of how we got online pop culture. In February 2004, Mr. Zuckerberg launched the Facebook. As it was originally known, the name taken from the sheets of paper. American company offering online social networking services. Facebook became the largest social network in the world, with more than 1 billion users as of 2012, and about half that number were using Facebook every day. It began at Harvard University in 2003 as FaceMash, an online service for students to judge the attractiveness of their fellow students. Because the primary developer, Zuckerberg, violated university policy in acquiring resources for the service, it was shut down after 2 days. Despite its mayfly-like existence, 450 people who voted 22,000 times. In September 2004, the Facebook added the wall to a member's online profile. This widely used feature let a user's friends post information on their wall and became a key element in the social aspect of the network. It became simply Facebook and introduced the idea of tagging people in photos that were posted to the site. With tags, people identified themselves and others in image that could be seen by other Facebook friends. Facebook also allowed users to upload an unlimited number of photos. In February 2012, Facebook filed to become a public company. The Instagram app was launched on October 6, 2010 and racked up 25,000 users at one day. The photo and video sharing social media application took only 8 weeks for software engineers to develop before it was launched on Apple's mobile operating system in October 2010. Instagram grew out of Kevin Systrom's the app, which has founded 10 years ago this month and has become one of the most popular social media apps in the world. Instagram made a limited feature website interface available in November 2012. Instagram hit a bump in December 2012 after updating its terms of service. This update effectively granting Instagram the right to sell user photos, parties without notification or compensation. In June 2014, the company introduced an app for the Amazon Fire device, and finally in 2016, it created an app that made it compatible with Microsoft Windows, tablets, and computers. YouTube was founded by Steve Chen, Chad Hurley, and Jawed Karim. It was officially launched on December 15, 2005. The trio were all early employees of PayPal, which left them enriched after the company was bought by eBay. Harley had studied design at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Chen and Karim studied computer science together at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. YouTube was originally designed to be a dating site. Most people don't know the original concept for the site was for it to be a dating platform. The idea was that people would send in videos of themselves describing who they were, their interests, likes, dislikes, etc. And then viewers who shared those interests could respond with a video of their own. However, shortly after launching this idea, co-founders Jawed Karim, Steve Chen, and Chad Hurley found out that people did not really want to upload videos of themselves for a dating website because it was too personal. And now let us know what are the current situation of the three features of online pop culture. People became addicted to their devices, as headlines postured. Just like kids used to pass each other notes in school, phones and computers became the secret language medium for passing information. The internet has become embedded in every aspect of our day-to-day lives, changing the way we interact with others. The internet has turned our existence upside down. It has revolutionized communications to the extent that it is now our preferred medium of everyday communication. In almost, we use the internet. For example, ordering a pizza, sharing a moment with a friend, sending a picture over instant messaging. Facebook is the most popular and the biggest social network worldwide. During the first quarter of 2021, the company started that 3.51 billion people were using at least one of the company's core product each month. with roughly 2.89 billion monthly active users as of the second quarter of 2021. Every day we use Facebook to share our experiences, connect with our friends and families, and build communities. It can change our daily lives. Most of us have Facebook account, even if it is kids, teenagers, and even those seniors are using Facebook. Instagram is estimated to have 1.74 billion users worldwide in 2021. That's a big milestone for a photo sharing network. This is 73.5 million more than its number of users in 2020, which crossed the 1 billion mark for the very first time. Experts had previously expected to hit this milestone in 2024. Instagram can allow us to edit and upload photos, short videos through our mobile app. To those people who don't want to upload their photos on Facebook, they will post it in Instagram because they want the effects of Instagram when it comes to photography. YouTube has more than 2 billion login monthly users. YouTube saw a reach of around 74% in 2020, and its mobile version are enjoying similar success globally. The YouTube Music app was downloaded over 5.2 million times from the Apple App Store in 2021, making it the world's leading music app. For many young people like us, we use YouTube to watch music videos, comedy shows, how-to guides, recipe, hack, and more. By the help of this, there is no need to purchase or read newspaper in order to be informed about global issues. Now, there is the option of simply sitting in front of a computer, cell phone, or tablet and watch 5 to 10 minutes video of a basic summary of the most important news. And now, we will discuss the context of the online pop culture in terms of Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. First is Facebook. Facebook can help us to communicate with other people, especially to our loved ones. And not only that, by now, it can really help us, and we use this in our studies. For example, if we have an activity that we need to upload it in Facebook. Next is Instagram. It can give us opportunity to learn more about the audience, and you can reach them easily. And this is really good platforms that can use to those who have business. And lastly, YouTube. YouTube can help us if we want to know something that we can easily follow the steps. For example, on how to cook menudo, or if you want to watch on how to do a pop-up or designs that can use in your projects. And that would be all. I hope that you learned and understand my discussion about the online pop culture, and thank you for listening.